Hello, I'm Franklin Jones, and I'm the author of the book, The Black Matrix. Through repetitive media programming, the minds of millions of Black people are being systematically manipulated to think in ways that protects and serves the interests of white societies. The white media's unrelenting negative depiction of Black people that amplifies the negative to the point that it distorts reality is much more than just biased media reporting. It's actually a divide and conquer psychological warfare system. Throughout Western histories, oppressors have often deployed divide and conquer tactics against the oppressed because creating self-loathing and division amongst the oppressed makes them easier to control. This nefarious practice was never abandoned. This modern system is deployed like a massive media marketing campaign that constantly subjects Black people to seeing only the fraudulent worst within themselves. Within this system, fraudulent Black racially demoralizing propaganda is pumped unrelentingly into the unsuspecting minds of Black people without being challenged or counterbalanced by an equal amount of Black positive racially affirming information. It conveys the subliminal message that Black people are their own worst enemies and therefore needs whites to govern over their lives. Moreover, that Black people should admire, respect, and trust only whites. This system is extremely effective because when Black people are repetitively presented these noted narratives from trusted white media sources, it can be very difficult to resist its implied propaganda programming, especially when the propaganda is being told daily and so unrelentingly. Its weapon is the demoralizing message that it carries and the way that it adversely affects the Black population in terms of our behaviors. With time, being unable to refute the constant negative information about themselves, many Black people eventually comes to accept them. The constant taunting of negative messages unconsciously influence how many within the Black population perceive themselves, creating division and self-hatred amongst them. It also turns the collective frustrations and aggressions of the Black population away from their white oppressive society and turns them inward against themselves. It also makes many Black people more compliant with white dominance over their lives, therefore easier for white societies to oppress and control. The basis of this concept of warfare works by affecting the subconscious minds of the Black population through demoralizing propaganda. It works by tapping into the immense power that shame has upon the human psyche. Those Black people that do not critically think and question the validity of all information being constantly fed into their minds from entirely white sources never notices what is being done to them. This is all possible because people are like computers. All you have to do is keep giving them certain information every so often, and you can persuade an entire generation towards an implied objective. It doesn't matter if the information presented is true or untrue. Most people would act upon it because they have all been given the same information. It doesn't matter if the information presented is untrue. Most people will act upon it because they have all been given the same misinformation about themselves. Malcolm X warned us of this danger when he said, if you're not careful, the media will have you hating the people that's being oppressed and loving the people doing the oppressing. This psychological warfare system provides the white elites with a proficient method of control over Black populations, given that it isn't easily recognized nor comprehended by most of its Black victims. For unlike the past blatant racist systems that Black people were easily able to identify and therefore develop counter strategies against, this system is not easily recognized nor comprehended by most of its Black victims. This psychological warfare program works so well, in fact, that it not only makes Black people more compliant with white dominance over their lives, it in fact, in many cases, makes Black people prefer it. It is at the root of both the profound division and self-hatred now affecting many Black people, and is at the heart of the internalized feelings of superiority that many white people possess. The oppressed will always believe the fraudulent worst about themselves. I'm Franklin Jones, the author of The Black Matrix, and thank you very much for listening. God bless.